Yeah, it's tough to find the time to repair your stuff.
600 and some HP, I think, from the start. Maybe just 600. It's a pretty good unit for absorbing melted grenades and haywire grenades, which also I think got nerfed in that aspect.
Ah, they got nerfed. I thought they got buffed. Shows what I know. They did something to them.
I believe got fixed, but the damage values specifically were lowered.
Ah, well, I'd rather hit and do less damage than miss. I think. So let's talk about one of the most interesting tactical choices you've made. You've painted your Marines half yellow and half white. That's interesting. I see a lot of people go for blue or green, but you've gone for yellow and white. What was the thinking behind that?
I change my Marine colors just about every other day, but half gold and half white usually is what I come back to, just because I don't see many people using the split right down the middle. It's usually just the pads at the bottom. But I don't see people using the split. You know what? I like yellow.
A very interesting theory. I think the Eldar player probably ascribes to it too, so I'd say this is a pretty even match, all things considered.
Based on colors alone, I like a man who can relate.
Yeah, and so it looks like the Eldar is probably in panic mode. You see he's decapping these two left VPs, and you can figure that he's probably going for a VP victory at this point. Doesn't think he can get any sort of substantial victory out of this.
Yeah, and you wish you could see more powerful victories out of Eldar, but a lot of times, especially against Space Marines, you do see a VP win just because they are so mobile and Space Marines are so slow.
Yeah, and now we have a call-in Terminators. Yeah, and especially with Warp Spiders, you can jump around like some sort of, I don't know, jumping Mexican bean thing, and, you know, that's certainly a way to get a VP victory, and there's nothing wrong with a VP victory, but, you know, it'd be nice to get a bit more than a VP victory than a, ha, I capped things behind your back while you weren't watching. And you're too fat and slow to cap things because you're American, or Space Marines, or both.
The good old assault cannon, probably the only time I ever break it out against Eldar, just because it's absolutely devastating to all the little squishy space.
I really like the assault cannon because it reminds me of Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator 2, when he was shooting all the police cars.
Well, absolutely. If only I could base all of my strategy on Schwarzenegger.
I mean, I do that, and I'm like true skill at least like 6 or something. I mean, I haven't checked in a while. I might be 5 now.
It's actually really good as a weapon against everybody, but the Cyclone Barrage is kind of that
probably better
thing you need to sway the bomb.
Alright, and so we have 44 seconds left. Who do you think is likely to win this match at this point? Do you think the Space Marines will pull it out, or do you think the Eldar?
Just punished too early on, couldn't recover. The Banshee was a huge loss, even more so than a Devastator for Space Marine, which is pretty good.
Alright, well, I'm going to call this for the Eldar, so we'll see who's right in 20 seconds.
Okay. Alright.
Holding out hope. Alright, he just killed the Devastator, so that's probably the death blow. I don't see how you'll recover in 10 seconds. Alright, maybe I'm wrong. Although, interestingly enough, it looks like it's not a VP victory. He just realizes that the writing is on the wall, so he's out of there! And, exciting, you've got war gear on your Apothecary. Let's go ahead and do a review of that before we quit to the points. You've got... what do you got? You've got that axe you talked about. You've also got the Armor of Purity and the Purification Rites. You want to talk about those real fast?
Yeah, Purification Rites are a must-have if you ever field Assault Marines. It'll create a knockback aura around your Assault Marines whenever you heal and get them out of trouble or give them a little bit more staying power. And the Armor of Purity, just standard, need an HP buff for your Apothecary, and it also reduces the cooldown on heal, which is always good.
Alright, and the only thing the Warp Spider's got is that phase shift armor, which is basically used for holding people in place while the Wraithguards show up to rape them in the ass. So let's go to the points screen. Exit game. I guess Wraithguard don't have to rape you in the ass. They can rape you anywhere they want. They're omni-rapes.
I think the era of Wraithguard are over. Space Marines are coming back to the top.
Well, you know, Space Marines can rape people too. Alright, so Commander level. Level 6 for your Apothecary. That is pretty impressive, I've had to say. Lots of kills. You don't see high-level commanders like that very often.
It's all about staying in the fight. He doesn't have to go back. And you even saw how many times he died. As long as he's up there.
That is kind of funny. And I think Warp Spider usually gets pretty high too, just because he can stay out of the fight, but still do quite a bit of damage and kill quite a few people. He doesn't have to be in there melee, and he doesn't get focus fired quite as often because he can just jump away.
Not this time. Kept him contained, and that's what you have to do.
Yep, thanks to the Power Axe. Units killed, units lost, nothing interesting there. The typical Space Marines losing much fewer because they are fat. And you look at the power collected, you see the big deficit that the Eldar got from losing those generators. He's collected 800 power versus your 1200 power despite having built more generators, so that's not very good at all. Don't lose your generators, folks!
Yeah, that was the big thing. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he just didn't notice, but sometimes it's tricky to see. Don't forget your generators. That's really what you gotta say. Protect it.
Yep, if they've taken them, take them back, or at least kill them, like some sort of mercy killing sort of thing. Like if your dog starts to like the neighbor more, you better kill him before that goes too far.
Unforgivable.
Yeah. Alright, so I hope you have all enjoyed this shoutcast. If you didn't, all the blame goes on Kibbles. Please track him down and hurt him. Leave me intact. I have important things to do.
Thanks for listening.
But not really.